Hello everyone. Now let me introduce you to Chloe Fletcher. Chloe is another stalwart in Albert Bow. She's been with us for, it's wild to think, nearly a decade. Comes straight out of uni with no idea what on earth was going on in the world. And then now she's obviously probably one of the most important components in the Albert Bow team. Chloe runs our tech team. So anything software development lifecycle, anything from infrastructure, product to software builds, from mid-weight contributors the whole way up to VPs and CTOs and executive leadership. Chloe runs all of that. So she has her team based here in London and also has her team over in Belfast as well. Chloe, give a little bit of an introduction and talk to me a little bit about the markets that you personally work and then your team works as well.
Yeah. So I'm Chloe. I've been with Craig and Albert Bow for the last 6 years. Come from nothing, from graduate all the way through to team lead now, which is great. I mainly focus on the tech side, like Craig's already mentioned. So my team in particular focus on Web3, AI and blockchain. I personally more focus on the blockchain decentralized finance space. I look after all of our exec search hires, so anything from engineering management up, but then the rest of the team, like Craig said, covers the rest of the software engineering lifecycle.
Nice. I think it's safe to say whenever the calls come inbound, 70% of the time for us, it's someone looking for Chloe, which is obviously a great sign of her service and what she offers. Whilst we have you, look, there's two sides of the coin here. There's candidates and clients. Obviously, it sounds simple. But if you were to offer some sort of recommendation to a client, let's say, so someone looking to hire, so all these businesses that you're helping at the moment, some of them might think that they've got their employment branding down perfectly. But like how are they actually going to retain and hire the top talent? So there's an engineer, let's say someone within a Web3 business, how are they going to get that top talent versus a competitor and not just salary?
Yeah, well, to be honest, salary isn't the biggest thing, especially when you come into Web3 blockchain. A lot of people want to know that a company is stable, that they have good backing behind them and that they actually have a vision and a trajectory. Also having a great founding team is super important. So what I would say is make sure that your kind of presence online is great, that you have a vision, you have a mission, and that is very easily conveyed to people. And also be open to people from different backgrounds as well, because Web3 is volatile and there is a lot of changes going on in the world. So it's making sure that you're open to speaking to people with a Web2 background and then also a Web3 background as well.
Nice, that's a good point, to be fair. Now that software engineering isn't just a thing that was 1 in every 100 people, it's now like a very high percentile of the population of people are in software and tech. So it's not the kind of market where if you're a software dev, you get a job anywhere now and you get a good paid job, it's now competitive. So if you're a candidate now, let's just call it a full stack dev looking for a midweight job to senior job, how would you separate yourself from another candidate?
The first thing is getting yourself out there. It's very similar to the client side. Make sure you have a great LinkedIn presence. Make sure you're connecting to top people in the market and making sure that the really important thing is actually your GitHub and work that you do outside of work, because everyone has a CV, everyone has a great LinkedIn, but if you're doing outside of work, you're doing hackathons, you've got a good GitHub, you're going to events and you're connecting to the right people, that will always put you in a good stead to go forward.
Yeah. There's nothing more powerful than a software engineer that can also communicate and network, is there? Exactly. Perfect. And that being said, as I said, a lot of our inbound calls and people come to us to work with you directly. Why is that?
I think it's the way I maybe build relationships with people. I'm very open, I'm very transparent. I wouldn't say I'm salesy at all. I think the part of the job I love is the relationships and being able to connect people with jobs, because at the end of the day, you're changing someone's life. Be that a company, you're adding great engineers, or that be a candidate, giving them the right job. And I think that conveys across to everyone I speak to.
Sounds like my pitch. Chloe's also stolen all of my pitches over the years. So yeah, perfect. Right, so that's Chloe. Reach out to her for anything. Obviously, building a team. If you want contract team, you want someone immediate, or someone long term and permanent. Obviously, Chloe's your lady.